everybody, this is Ostuni, and welcome to another, basically, Dokkan Global What the Hell Do You Do Now That All of This Stuff Has Dropped on us? What's all this stuff, do I mean? Well, in particular, I am referring to the Portal of Memories update is probably the single biggest thing that Global has gotten in a long time, and it basically means that you can actually go into a lot of previous events and actually get certain materials that were locked away from you. And I will have to say, there is one event that I wish would come back that I haven't seen, and that is the Dragon Ball Fusions event. But hey, that's a thing for another time. It's apparently available in Japan, so hopefully, eventually we'll get that on Global. I only need one more Barlock medal, damn it. Okay, but because of this actually opens the door for a lot of preparation for various things. What exactly am I talking about? Well, stay tuned and you'll maybe get some ideas on stuff that you can do, because you know how players are. They're always like, well, what can I really do? You know, maybe you may not have any units that you need to awaken or stuff like that, but there's always something coming in the future for Global, since we're behind, that you can prepare for right now. The obvious thing is to go through and use your keys. You should have gotten 30 of the story keys, the Dokkan Fest, let's see, keys, these black keys, and then 30 of the Easy A keys. Now, I'm going to give you some suggestions on how to utilize, particularly the story and the Z Battle keys. The story keys can actually be used in a multitude of different ways. You may actually be able to use these in order to complete a free-to-play team for Prime Battle LRs, like Frieza and Goku and Trunks, and another one that I'm going to mention here in a minute. But that's an option for you. Awakening various units that you can actually pull from a banner that require some of these medals is also an option. Just be aware that the pudding shop is not a thing. I know a lot of people really want that, but that's just not a thing that's available right now. That will probably come in a later update, like it did over in JP, where they actually had those like exchanges open just at all times, which makes sense, which I'm glad JP got around to it, which just means that we'll have to wait, unfortunately. But here's the thing, if you don't have either one of those actually as a need, you can go ahead and you can actually just simply burn through them, because I'm pretty sure, now I couldn't say this from just, like, this is me assuming that I know you, viewers. There are probably some events that you have not done at all. You may not care necessarily about what comes out of them, but there are 30 keys, which could translate into 30 stones, because eventually we're getting a banner around Saiyan Day, Global and JP, with a transforming Vegeta, which is going to be good. Like, to what level of good is up for debate, because we don't have any details other than it's coming, pretty much. But yeah, like, the ability to save up for that would be good. So you can pretty much burn these and just get stones off of missions that you haven't done. The same thing goes for Z Battle, but Z Battle actually has a little something extra in it. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you what that is right now. Z Battle is a good way to stockpile orbs, even if you don't have the units that they pertain to, or if you don't care about the units that they pertain to. I know that a lot of people will be all like, but you should do them because well, some people aren't going to give a shit about certain units. Some people just don't like certain characters, or some people don't have a desire to make a team based around anything, or just to include them in general. They may be good cards, but it's not their player style. But I will go ahead and let you know about two very particular ones that you may want to single out have you not done them. The first one is this one. This one actually refers to the Planet Namek saga, and the reason that you may want to actually do that is because, as you can see, the orb rewards are actually all different kinds of rainbow orbs, and in addition to that, you can continue receiving rewards all the way until about 77, and then you'll start just getting Hercule statues. So that is a fuck ton of orbs. Like, there's no doubt about it. That is a lot of orbs. So that is a thing to consider. You also get Elder Kais of different units and everything for different typings as well. Well, particularly for the last couple of them. You'll get strength basically for the Gohan that this event actually pertains to, but after that you'll actually get one of each for the different types. But yeah, that's a lot of orbs. Another one that operates similarly, I don't know if it goes to the same extent as far as the amount that you could do, but it's this Piccolo one that we got for the 3-year anniversary. So let me actually take a look. I'm curious about this. Yeah, it doesn't last nearly as long, but still a lot of orbs of different types is exactly that. It's a lot of orbs of different types. And with the 4-year anniversary coming around, it is not too early to go ahead and stockpile orbs in particular. We know it has the possibility of coming with banners, and you people have probably already made up your mind as to what is actually going to be worth your time or not. And most people have pretty much decided that they are probably going to go for this Vegeta banner, and then maybe the Metal Cooler one, and maybe the Goku Rose Black. Definitely not both. It's one or the other. Pretty much pick one. And then they're going to pretty much eyes on the prize for the 4-year anniversary. Which I'm actually going to go ahead and... Actually, no, not really. Not really. But remember, in addition to lots of orbs, remember that's 30 stones, assuming that you haven't gone past wave 30 on some of these. Actually, that's a good question. Okay, so another thing to note, whatever you get past... Ooh. Okay, so that's the sacrifice for Gohans. Just be aware of that. I'm saying it now. Whatever you do Gohans, just be aware that you won't be getting stones, but orbs are orbs. So if you're not hurting on stones and you need more potential orbs than anything, not a bad way to do it. But anyway, let's go to the other thing that you can actually do as of right now that's kind of new to us that's come out, and that is this boy. Yeah. I want him. I'm working towards him. I really am. But yes, this is Super Saiyan LR Vegeta, and he is a pretty freaking rad unit. He gets an automatic bonus of 15,000 attack and 20,000 defense, plus an additional 15,000 attack, and launches 2 additional attacks for 4 turns after receiving an attack. So basically, if someone is attacking right at the start of a turn, you want to put him up front to have him deal maximum damage. And because he is a Prime LR, that pretty much guarantees that you have the ability to rainbow him should you put the work in for him, which is always pretty good. He's not quite at the 20,000 mark, but then again, from his passive ability and the potential for both of them actually activating, he is actually pretty good. And then another thing to consider for those of you who haven't really dabbled in Prime LR battles like I recently have gotten into, something to consider is, because he is a drop, you can take him into other future Prime LR battles or ones that already exist. Not only that, but he probably has the most useful ability of the Prime LRs because he is a sub-leader for the Pure Saiyans. He is the only Pure Saiyan's leader, I believe, that is actually free to play, and he's an LR, and he has a good skill, and it would be very easy to make a team based around him. Especially for those of us who actually went through the effort to actually rainbow the movie units from the story event from the Dragon Ball Super event. The Goku is really good if you're looking for a friend unit. The Super Saiyan Blue Goku is incredible to use if you're looking for a friend unit. If you can't find an LR Vegeta, he is just about as good. You'll have to pay attention a little bit more, but he is still a good choice. But of course, he is the actual LR himself. If you can find him as a friend unit, that's good too. And then if you, while you're grinding, run up the TUR of this one, then that is good too. But yeah, that freaking grind is real, and don't feel too bad. We're all doing it pretty much. Would I recommend actually wasting stones just to get him done faster? I wouldn't, because it's a prime LR battle. It's going to come during weekends and stuff like that. And since we actually have the keys now, if you feel like doing it, you can actually use a key every so often to just get a run in if you want to during the week or something like that. Because I believe that prime battles are pretty much during weekends, I believe. Which is actually pretty good, because I think most of us are probably free during weekends to do this kind of stuff. But yeah, it's a hard grind. I think he's going to be worth it, especially with all the stuff that's actually coming for the 4-year anniversary, particularly the leader of another category that's coming that he might actually be really good to throw in. But that's the next thing that I want to talk about. Is I said that it's never, it's not too late to really, or it's never too early to really prepare for big events. And the 4-year anniversary is definitely one of them. And besides orbs, there is just a little something extra that you can do. Maybe you didn't think about it, maybe you did, but let's actually go through the LRs one by one, and I'll tell you what I'm thinking. So first of all, we're going to go with this one because this is the red herring out of all of them, because he is a different acquisition method. But then again, he is also kind of nice because he probably will always be available. And that is this Oob. And he transforms into Maj Oob, which is cool. I don't know how to feel about him being a LR specifically, but we're going to move past that. He's a decent enough unit for a unit that's pretty much free to play, as long as you can get the actual little battlefield crystals here. And so basically, even if you can't do an entire battlefield with the teams that you actually have, you can probably get through the first grouping, or maybe even the second grouping of enemies, and you can do that each time it resets, and probably have enough at least for one of this Oob by the time that he comes to global. Because I know what some people may say, it's like, yeah, but we're going to be behind him as far as the schedule for cards and everything. You still can't tell me that they're not going to put him in whenever the 4-year anniversary drops. We're just going to get him a little bit earlier than we would expect. That's what I think is going to happen. But yeah, stockpile, yeah, virtual battlefield token crystal things, because it'll be another LR that you can add to your ranks. But then the next ones are going to be a little bit more cut and dry as to what my plans for you guys would be if you're looking to try and pull any of them. First of all, Baby. Baby is great, has a new category to go along with it. The category is fun, and he actually fits on a lot of other categories. So, basically, my idea for you guys is at some point, whenever you have just some keys laying around, or you've already gone through the events that you need, or you're not really hurting for stones. That was funny. Everybody needs more stones. Pretty much what a good idea would be is to go ahead and go into the Baby Saga events and go ahead and collect the various, go ahead and get the actual various baby medals. There's not that many of them that you need to get, and the thing about it is that as soon as you want it, as soon as you get it, you're gonna want to awaken it as soon as possible. So this is a unit that is definitely within your control to be able to actually do that, because it's only one baby medal here, 7 of the baby Vegeta ones, and then you go into his TUR, and you have to get 12, 12, and 12 of the other one, and then you have this beautiful bastard right here, and he is, God, he is awesome. Like, even without like the passive of extra stuff with the hybrid Saiyan, more than likely a lot of the times you will probably find yourself going up against pure Saiyans, just because, you know, it's Dragon Ball, and that passive will kick in. And even if not, remember, you can transform into a grade A, so that's another thing. Oh, and just that in general, as passive skill as a grade A, you get a key in addition to each key sphere obtained. And that's for rainbow, that's for purple, and then that's for any other color. So that's actually pretty good. So it's a grade 8 that may actually be able to pull off its super and ultra attacks on a fairly consistent basis. So yeah, definitely an easy unit to prepare for if you want to go ahead and have the medals to awaken them, should you have the luck to actually pull them. And this is another unit that follows the same rule. You can prep for it, and as soon as you pull this Goku, Pan, and Trunks, you can actually have all the medals to awaken it as soon as you do it. Now, what are the medals for these? It's just about as easy. You have 1 Goku medal, you have 3 Pan medals, then you have 3 of the Trunks GT medals. And then, whenever you go up a level, it's pretty much just more the same. 1 Goku medal, and then 7 Pan, and then 7 Trunks, to give you the true leader of the Dragon Ball Seekers team, LR, Goku, Pan, and Trunks. This unit is pretty good, but then again, any LR is going to be good. If you want to take a look... Ooh, wait a minute. Let's see. When performing an ultra attack, let's see. And key +1 for each Dragon Ball Seeker. Okay, so it is definitely worth it to actually have this unit included on a actual Dragon Ball Seekers team, which it seems like that's its only option, because join forces is very meh. But yeah, and something else to note, I want to actually show you guys something else real quick. There's something that you need to know about Baby Vegeta, this SSR that turns into the LR, and this Goku, Pan, and Trunks card. I cannot stress this enough, and I want you guys to remember this. These are being added into the general pool of LRs. They are going to be on pretty much any banner that offers LRs. Pretty much any Dokkan Fest banner or anything like that, they will be on it. So, the thing about it is, if you don't get these guys, don't necessarily feel too upset about it. There are chances to get them just through banners in general, especially Rising Dragon Carnival banners, to where the SSR rate is double. So just keep that in mind, especially when the banner pops up. And the reason I say that is because you may still, whenever this banner pops up, need to pull the next 2 SSR/LRs that I'm mentioning And if that's the case, I would focus on the following two. I'm going to save the big boy for last. This is the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. And there's not much to say. Like, these two LRs, like this one and the next one, are probably two of the best LRs in the game because of so many different things. These are the first two LRs that actually have what's referred to as an active skill. And I'll explain that here in a second. But pretty much you can actually prep for this guy. Kinda. Like, you're gonna have to do an event that just comes out like as soon as this card is available to be pulled through its banner. But you can do a little bit of preparation. Because as you can see, down here we have the medal requirement, and it is the new medal for the new stage of his event that comes whenever we get the LR. But whenever we go to the TUR, you actually also need another 35 from his old event. So, if you want to do a little bit of prep work, go ahead and do yourself 5 quick runs of his old event, so that way all you have to do is pretty much just do what you would do for any other Dokkan Fest exclusive that comes out. Just do the event 11 times, get your medals, and go. I know that just sounds like a lot, but then again, I mean, anyone who has Dokkan Fest units, which is pretty much everybody, we're all used to it. We all know the grind by now. And then freaking legendary, just legendary rare Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. This dude is amazing because of his ability to stack ki like crazy. He gets an additional 2 ki per rainbow orb and strength, in which strength he's already getting 2, so he gets 4 ki per strength orb. He has a medium chance to avoid an attack and counter. And then, of course, his passive skill actually gives him the ability to have an extra 80% defense right off the bat, and he slowly builds up attack. You see, this passive will actually be flip-flop with the last LR that I'm going to talk about. But pretty much he has Spirit Break Cannon as his regular super, and then Final Flash for his other one. But that is not the end of it, because like I said, he is one of the first units ever to have an active skill. And I believe it's about the 4th turn from when the battle starts, you can actually choose when to use this. And essentially what it is a ultimate that you can choose to use at any time that you want to. And the cool thing is that you can actually use it while you are basically tapping to get your ki orbs, and you can use it from any slot that you want to. Like, you can have them in the middle, and you can use the active skill before you even start your regular attacks, which that's pretty freaking cool in my opinion. So a lot of strategic value in that. His stats are pretty freaking awesome. Like, it's a LR, of course. It's gonna be great no matter what you do. And also, he is introducing a category, Vegeta's Lineage, which, like I said, has the Super Saiyan Vegeta that we're working on right now, has both LR versions of Trunks. And actually, oh, okay, I get that. And then, of course, there's the unit Bra over here. Bra's good. If you have the free-to-play movie Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, you get to use that. Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta is going to be something that actually is in there. And it's a pretty solid unit, or it's a pretty solid team all around, but let's be honest, the next one's team kind of blows them out of the water, just a tad. But the last one is the main man himself, the original Super Saiyan 4, LR Goku. Now, he basically follows the same rule as far as medals. So basically, you're going to have to do your 11-ish... Actually, is it? Oh no, you actually would only have to do 10. One less run! Hooray! Alright, but basically, follows the same rule. Whenever you get up to your TUR, you'll need 35 medals from his old event, so whenever you get the opportunity to, if you're having a slow day in Dokkan and you're just wanting to do something, go ahead and get those 5 runs out of the way, just so that that's one less thing that you have to worry about should you pull this majestic beast right here. Now, the primary difference between Super Saiyan 4 Goku LR and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta LR is pretty much the passive is switch. So basically, Goku hits harder starting off, but his defense stacks. Which his defense is already good to begin with. He's LR. That's the thing, is that you gotta remember, he's a LR. He's gonna be good no matter what. He's not gonna get hit for a whole lot of damage unless you purposefully put him in danger. And he gets that awesome passive ability of an extra 2 key per rainbow and AGL sphere. So he's getting 4 per blue sphere and getting 3 for rainbow. He has that chance to evade and counter, so that's awesome as well. And he has Meteor Smash and Kamehameha as his 2 supers, and he has an active skill as well, the 10 times Kamehameha. Just, I want this unit so bad. But with him, just like Vegeta, he introduces the Goku's Lineage team. And the thing that's cool about both of these teams, these are both 170 HP and attack teams. So these are real teams. Like these are the teams that actually get the biggest bang for your buck, as the ones that actually have the leaders that can give you that buff. And both of these teams have that in the form of their LRs. But this team, just good God. Just look at this. You can make a team of LRs and it would work. That's the dream, pretty much. To have a team of LRs where everything actually links up pretty well. But the thing is that even if you don't have all these LRs, because I don't have every single one of these LRs. I have the Super Saiyan 3. I'm gonna have the LRB Pan whenever she comes to Global. But there's a lot of freaking options. I mean, like, the cool thing is that this Ultra Super Saiyan 4, this tech one, is the perfect linking partner for this LR Goku, this LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku that I mentioned. And even if you don't have him, this tech God Goku from the movie banners and now just the general SSR pull is a good thing to have for him, because the more rainbow orbs that you can accumulate, the easier he's able to stack his ki, which then again, he didn't really need that much help anyway, so bleh. And then, of course, you have the free-to-play Super Saiyan Blue Goku, so if you just need a unit and you don't quite have any of the other ones, then that's an option. You have Transforming Goku, in which, that reminds me, Vegeta will have the Transforming Vegeta on his team. That's awesome. Well, actually, we'll have to see about that, actually, because if he starts off as a Super Saiyan, that could get dicey, because then he has to compete with the LR Prime Battle one, which could go either way, to be honest. Let's see. Then you have Ultra Instinct Goku, can be on the same team. You have the Goku Jr. that's going to EZA. That's another thing to possibly do as well, because you'll have access to his event at all times, even though whenever the 4-year anniversary comes around, you'll be able to access it then. But if you feel like getting a leg up and you ain't got nothing else to do, feel free. But then you also have just... I could go on and on about how many units there are. It seems like, though, for strength, probably that LRB pin is going to be the best option, which is pretty easy for those of us who have played the game for a bit. And then, let's see, for tech, what do we have here? I'm gushing a little bit over just how much stuff I want to do and everything like that. But I'm going to go away from that, just trying to make a team in this video and everything like that, and I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an idea about stuff that you guys can do now leading into maybe the transforming Vegeta banner, because there are some ways to get some stones. Technically, between the two different forms of keys that you have access to about 60 stones if you have it just burned through everything. What? No, not Diddlekiss. No, bad. Diddlekiss here, by the way. But that's a good way to go ahead and get yourself a free pull for that banner when it comes out on Saiyan Day, I'm assuming. And then, as I said, there is no such thing as prepping for the 4-year anniversary too early. But you've got plenty of time to do all this stuff. If you're a brand new player just getting into the game after the Broly banner, take your freaking time. You got until about, I believe it's either June or July, but still, that's a considerable bit of time to make a team that you can actually go through and do a lot of this stuff with, or make multiple teams to do stuff with. If you're just joining after the Broly event, you joined at a good time, we got the keys, so you got access to a whole plethora of not only past events and stones, but free-to-play units that actually can do things that are good. But that is going to be it for my spiel on what you guys might want to consider doing for the foreseeable future with Dokkan Battle. If anything changes, I will try and do a little bit of a video on that. I do like doing Dokkan. It sometimes gets lost in the shuffle a little bit, that's why this is a little bit later. But I will try to do some pulls for the Transforming Vegeta event, or, well, banner. I have about 150 stones right now. I may top that off, because I assume that whenever that banner comes out, we might get another sale. Because I believe that the sale that we have running as of right now was pretty much to get us to buy for the LR Goku banner, which is a trap depending on how you look at it. If you don't have the unit at all, I wouldn't consider it a trap. LR Goku, LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku is a good unit on any team. He's just good. Yeah. But that's going to be it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Put on notifications to know when the next Dokkan Battle video goes up, or any other series that I'm doing at the moment. Right now I'm primarily going through Kingdom Hearts 3. I've just started up Devil May Cry 5, having a lot of fun with that, and I'm actually finishing up Resident Evil 2 not too long from now, in which I think I have a good replacement for that. Something that comes out in April, something that may just have to do with Dragon Ball. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Just if you guys want a little discussion going on, which LR from the entire 4-year events are you actually looking forward to the most? I'm more of a fan of Vegeta as a character. I am more of a fan of Super Saiyan 4 Goku, though, as a overall character, because he gets serious and everything like that. So I'm going to be trying hard for that Goku. And overall, he's just a fucking awesome unit. I'd be happy to have either one, but if I had to choose one or the other, it would probably be that LR Goku. Baby is probably like number 3, Vegeta's number 2, and then I could take or leave the GT Pan, Goku, and Trunks, and Oob's always gonna be there. Like, there's no desperation really for Oob. He's a free-to-play unit. You can eventually get him as long as you can form up some teams and actually do the Dokkan, or the virtual Dokkan Clash Crystal thing. But thank you guys for watching. This is Ostuni. Sign off. Grrr!